Yo, what is going on, everybody? Welcome. Hello from Gulf Shores, Alabama, where I am currently residing for the lockdown because I couldn't stand to be in my apartment any longer. So, hope everyone's doing super well. I have something special for you guys. I got to do this amazing opportunity to go and talk in Josh Payne and David Bayliff's mastermind group and teach offer creation. And it went really, really well, and it was a ton of fun. So I thought, like, why on earth would I not teach all of this stuff for you guys here in our group? So I have a presentation for you today about how to boost your sales using irresistible offers and how to overcome all of the objections that people have to the sale before you even start selling to them. So the idea of the irresistible offer is to sell people right there on the spot and get them to take action and to make you stand apart so they don't price shop you. So and make it so you can get sales without being super salesy or pushy or any of that stuff. Because if your offer is really good, you don't really have to do much selling because the value is so clearly apparent that people would have to be crazy to pass it up. So I'm going to teach you how to structure those today, and I have a presentation for you. So if you're here live, Comment Team Live, or catching the replay, Comment Team Replay. Love having you guys on here. Maybe give me a second, get some people tagged in here, and if it's super choppy or super windy, let me know so I can maybe move to a different location and get a better spot. Just pull up right here. Yeah, what's up, Jeff? Good to see you on here, buddy. Guys, we're here. Give me some love in the comments. I want everyone to make sure they have this training because this is going to completely change fundamentally how you talk and how you sell your products and your businesses, hopefully forever. So this is something that we're launching. Some of you might have heard the Physio Conversion Academy, and this is going to be a big portion of what's going to be in that mastermind program that we're putting together. And so I'm finding the material and kind of putting this piece of that offer. So let me know a question. What stuck out to you? What gave you a ton of value? What didn't give you any value, or things that were really kind of confusing? But if you pay attention with me today, I'm not only going to give you like the scripts and the formula for creating irresistible offers, but I also have like an outline template that you can take to start creating your own. So I'm going to share my screen, and we're going to get into this presentation here. Right. Hopefully you are looking at my screen. All right, so I'm not going to be able to see you guys during this training because obviously I'm going to be looking at slides. So just shoot me questions in the comments, and I'll circle back and answer them, okay? Awesome. All right. So for all of you that just love your job, love what you do, love helping people, love creating a transformation in their lives, but absolutely hate the selling part, you are going to absolutely love this training because it makes selling so much easier, and it helps you create a business that is so different than any other business in your town, that it positions you as an authority. And that's so freaking important. So if you hate sales, pay attention. And here's kind of the core truth that we all kind of just have to accept, is that if you can't bring people to a decision, whether it's yes or no, there's no transformation that can happen. All the schooling that you went through, all the hard work you put into being a master of your craft, no transformation happens. You can't help anyone unless you learn how to get them to say yes. And really, like, the difference that all of us set out in the world to create just can't happen unless you are able to get that yes or no. So my goal for you during this presentation is to help you learn how to bring people to a buying decision right there on the spot without being price shopped, without being pushy, without being salesy. And I know I've taught the concept of offer splintering and stop presenting the free discovery visits. But offer splintering is just the baby step into offer creation. It's the first thing, easiest, fastest thing you can do to turn what you're already offering and turn it into an offer. This goes a lot deeper. This goes much, much deeper. This is the next level of operation. And if you have questions about offer splintering, comment splintering in the comments below, and I'll make sure you get tagged in one of my trainings where I go over how to turn your bland free discovery visit offers into paid, really attractive offers where your service doesn't change at all. It's just how we talk and how we present the offer to people. So that's a really valuable training. And if you want to see that, just comment Splint in the comments below, and I'll make sure you get tagged on it. All right. So guys, if you love what you do, but you hate the sales part, like this training is absolutely for you. So you're gonna discover the magnetic sales strategy being used by all the top healthcare entrepreneurs in the world. This is universal. Like if you look at all the top business owners, not just in healthcare, but this is exactly what they're doing. This is how they're making, they're able to charge double for the exact same thing that you're charging. This is one of the least talked about kind of secrets to creating very profitable and rapidly growing businesses. So you're also going to learn how to get people to say yes right there on the spot without being salesy, having them pre-sold on the thing before you even really start pitching the idea to them. And how to get people, and I'm going to teach you the 90-10 trick that makes all of this possible. I'm on the ricketiest little lawn chair and I have a feeling it's going to break. Can you imagine if that happens live? That'd be freaking hilarious. I hope it doesn't happen. No. Okay. So I'm going to teach you the 90-10 rule that makes, if you just implemented that, you are going to increase your sales by a ton just by doing that 9-10 trick, 90-10 trick. And then I'm going to give you my 6-figure physio conversion blueprint. Basically, like this is how you rapidly grow your practice or your online company or whatever you're trying to sell. This is going to significantly improve how you sell it. Okay. So the best way to, this is kind of like some deep stuff that I need you to think about. I need you to be present. So if you can, just put away distractions. You're not going to regret it. This will be pretty quick. Everything's very simple, but it's so important. And it really requires your attention and focus to think about how can I implement this within my business? How can I make this work for me? Okay. So that's every single thing that I do within my business, absolutely everything has to start with the end in mind. It has to start with knowing exactly what I want for myself, what I want for my clients, what I want for my lifestyle. Everything always has to start with the end in mind. So with your business, it's no different. You have to start with the offer. The irresistible offer is both the end and the beginning of your business. Business can't even begin until an offer is created. So we have to know exactly what it is that we want to offer people. What is the transformation that we want people to have? And work backwards from there, figuring out, okay, how do we actually sell and create this business around this core offer that I'm presenting to you? Okay, the irresistible offer is where we have to start. Otherwise, you're just kind of aimlessly trying stuff within business and there's no surefire way that you're actually going to arrive at the destination that you're hoping for. So it has to start with the offer. Okay, and I get the question all the time, like, how did I go from that story that I tell people where I was literally not able to pay my rent, couldn't eat food, and I almost ate this stupid piece of cheese because I was just so freaking hungry. I was looking in the fridge like the 10th time that day, and I was standing almost just crushed and defeated, wondering how long until I cave and I eat this nasty piece of cheese that fell in the back of my fridge. From going from that to within 6 months earning this award that you see on the right, which is where I earned over $100,000 in my business. How did I do that in such a short amount of time? And truth is, once we figured out how to create an offer and get people excited about it, that is what allowed our business to grow. Not obviously like hard work, all that good hustle, all that stuff, but it was the offer. It was the offer that made it all come together. And that's the most important part of your business. And it's if you don't have an offer, you're really hurting your business. I'm going to go deep into it. So the only reason I got there is because of what I'm calling the 6-figure physio conversion blueprint. I'm hoping to be able to call this a 7-figure physio conversion blueprint this year, but I haven't quite made it there quite yet. But so far, right now, it's a 6-figure physio conversion blueprint. But this year, if we keep hitting our numbers, I'm going to change it to the 7-figure one. But if you haven't had success selling your programs or advertising online or converting leads into patients, it's the only thing that was missing was that your offer just wasn't good. That it's hard as a pill to swallow. When people aren't buying your stuff, it's because they don't see enough value in it for them. They don't understand why they need to buy it from you now, why they can't get it from somewhere else, or even what it does for them. What is the transformation that they get? So if you're having a hard time selling, If your ads aren't working, it's because your offer just isn't that good. That's just the hard truth. But after we get through today, I'm going to give you a lot of things to walk away with to really strengthen your offers so people can see you as the authority within your area and really, really start quickly growing your business and standing out and making sales so much freaking easier on yourself. Because honestly, who hates sales? I hate having to convince people that what I'm passionate about and what I know for a fact I'm really good at, I hate having to convince people of that. I hate it. So now we have these offers that by the time I'm even talking to someone, they're already psyched and already know they're going to buy something from me. All I have to do is overcome maybe a couple very simple objections. But the truth is, offers, the whole principle behind offers is to overcome objections. So one thing to consider is think about why people say no to you right now, and think about like, what can you bundle into whatever you're selling to overcome that objection? That is the whole principle of offer creation. Overcoming objections and increasing perceived value. So we'll get deep into that in a minute. But before we do any of that, before we start creating offers, we have to kind of rewire how our brain thinks about some things. Okay, so we're going to take a lesson from my cousin's 4th grade elementary class. Okay, they're learning about growth versus fixed mindsets. Okay, a lot of people, especially in healthcare, when we talk principles of offer creation, they say, well, that doesn't really work for me. This is just what we offer and that's how it is. And it's a really broke way of seeing things. So I really encourage you to, instead of having a fixed mindset where you're thinking, can this work for me? I want you to have a growth mindset and think, how can I take what I'm teaching you right now and apply that into my business? How can I shape this and make it work for me? Okay, I want you to make sure and make an agreement with me right now that you're not going to think, can this work for me? You're going to think, how can this work for me? And when you have ideas, throw them in the comments. I'd love to see those. Okay, so let's talk about what an offer isn't. Okay, and I've ranted about this a lot, so I'm sure you guys already know my rant about discovery visits, blah, blah, blah. But more importantly, an offer is not a product. Okay, it's not one single thing. Okay, an offer is a bundle of things that people just can't go and get anywhere because the bundling is so unique to you and your brand. Okay, so it is not a product. Physical therapy is not an offer. Okay, vitamin D, a jar of vitamin D is not an offer. Okay, an offer is a accumulation of things, not just one thing. Okay. So a free discovery visit, although it's good, it's a low barrier to entry thing. It makes a ton of sense. But all the risk is on the clinician, especially in paid advertising. So you have no idea if they're going to convert or not. You spent all that money to get them in the door and all the effort. And a lot of the times they're just freebie seekers, so they don't show up. Okay, because leads have a very low commitment level when you're doing a free discovery visit. It's this free thing. They don't really understand it. They know they can get it pretty much anywhere else. So that makes it a commodity. If they can get it, if they don't know the difference between what you're offering and what's the clinic down the street is offering, and they both cost $0, then the perceived value is also zero, and they're going to choose to go with you based on price or convenience. Who here wants to be compared by price and convenience every single time you're trying to make a sale? Probably nobody. It sucks. Competing on price, there's no strategic advantage to it. It's a fast race to the bottom. And you can't really, unless you're a mobile PT, you can't compete on convenience. You can't move your location. That's just how it is. So you don't want to compete on price. You got to get out of the commodity business and start offering bundled services that people can't get anywhere else. They're very tailored to your customer avatar. So as an example, that's instead of the free discovery visit, let's do a neck and shoulder rejuvenation program for $47, where you don't just get this pain relief that I'm promising you in doctor's report of like how to fix your problem. But you're also going to get an accountability coach. You're going to get my fast recovery nutrition guide, a healthy and youthful recipe book, as well as access to my private Facebook group full of like-minded people like yourself who are very active and love to CrossFit. Whatever your niche is, okay? See how we're bundling value on top of this offer and giving them things besides physical therapy that help create the transformation we're trying to create for people. So you can kind of start to see like how we're helping create the transformation and giving them a unique offer that they can't just go down the street and get. They can only get this here. Okay. And when they're comparing a free discovery visit versus an offer like this, oh my God, they're going to choose this every single time. I know it for a fact because I run ads for clinics all over the country and I've tried everything. I've been doing this a long time. And I promise you these offers, even if it's the exact same service that you're delivering, these offers, when you stack on other things that help them get that transformation, oh my God, it works every time. Okay. So when you have that kind of offer, it's still low barrier to entry offer, but it's paid. So leads are paying for your ad spend, which is such a powerful thing. If you can find that within your business, where whether that patient that lead turns into a patient or not, you made money because the amount they paid for that offer was more than it cost to get that lead. So you're making money on leads, and we call that lead financed acquisition. And that is a beautiful place to be. That's like the gold standard of marketing. Okay. And obviously once they pay, they have a high commitment level. They can only get this offer with you. The Joe Schmo down the street doesn't have this offer. They don't give me a mini book and accountability coach and all this cool stuff, and once you have these things already created, you never have to fulfill on it. It doesn't cost you or create any extra work for you once those things are already made. And now you get to create all this additional value, make yourself stand out compared to other people. So it's so awesome once you start getting in the mindset of like this is the transformation I want to create for people. What besides physical therapy can I give them that's going to help them get that transformation? And we have this really fun exercise to help come up with those ideas, but I'll show you that in a little bit. And of course, when you have this super tailored offer around a very specific avatar, people don't just see you as the physical therapist. You are the golf guy, or you're the marathon woman, or you are the CrossFit boss, something like super niche. You are the authority in their mind because you're the only one that has a super tailored, awesome offer for those people. So offers are very, very, very powerful. So how do we create an irresistible offer? How is an irresistible offer different than just a regular offer? Well, the irresistible offer is comprised of two parts: the transformation and the delivery method. Okay. And we get this wrong all the time. We don't think about what the transformation really is. We think of it on a very surface level where, we're relieving their pain. But that isn't what gets people excited to buy things. They want an identity. They want some transformation that you're promising them. But because we love what we do so much, we tend to always end up talking about the delivery method rather than the transformation that people actually want. So the secret to really good offer creation and just really good business is having the 90-10 rule. 90% of every word that comes out of your mouth when you're talking to clients and what's in your sales copy, what's on your website, needs to be talking and telling stories of the transformation, breaking down the walls that these people have in their minds of your ability to create a transformation within their life. No one cares about the delivery method. That is an afterthought. Okay. When people buy a vacation, okay, they want to hear about Maui. They don't want to hear about the 16-hour plane flight. Okay. Even though we always get this wrong because we love what we do and we're very passionate, and it's not easy to come up with these offers and learn all the skills that we have and go through all the schooling and crap that we have to go through to learn this stuff. So when we have someone in front of us that is interested, we want to tell them all this stuff. Like, here's all the hard work that I did. But no one cares. No one cares about your hard work. They just want to know that you can get them that transformation. So the biggest mistake, we love what we do. So we switch the two around. We spend 90% talking about the delivery method rather than transformation. And that's why people aren't buying from us. So when we're creating these offers, we need to think really long and hard about what is the transformation I want to give people? What is the transformation that people want? What are things that I can deliver and bundle together to help create that transformation in a unique way where they can't get it from anywhere else but me? You need to think about that. Write that down and think about that. So some of you are thinking, why make an offer? I've been doing this a long time, 20, 30 years, never had an offer, just did discovery visits and free screens and workshops, and they've been working okay. But the truth is, when you don't make an offer, you're doing a huge disservice to your people. because you're not giving them the opportunity and the information they need to make an educated decision on why you're the best. They're going to go to the crappy PT mill and get a bad outcome, have a bad experience, and tell and believe that physical therapy doesn't work for the rest of their life. They had a bad experience and they're done. Most of your patients, I'd be willing to bet, are people who were burned by physical therapy before. So many of my clients say, most of our clients come to us because they had a bad experience somewhere. That's just how it is. And whenever you're not making a competitive, amazing offer, you are doing them a disservice because you are not allowing them you're not creating the path to help them make the right decision. You are putting on camouflage and blending yourself in with all the crap that's out there. And so you're doing them a disservice. But this is almost like the cliche easy reason why you should make an offer. The real reason is way more important. And this is where you need to pay attention and write this down. When you don't make a competitive offer or a really cool, irresistible, people want this, they're knocking down your door to get it offer, you're doing the heavy lifting from your competition. Because when you don't have an offer where the value is clearly articulated and unique, you're stuck trying to push a sale and explain all the cool things about physical therapy and how much it can change their life. And all you're doing is educating them on the value of physical therapy, and they're going to price shop you anyway. And they're going to go to the person that has the irresistible offer. They're going to find someone with a better offer than you, even though you put in all the work of educating them on why physical therapy is important. So when you don't have an irresistible offer and you're stuck trying to explain the value of physical therapy, you're doing the heavy lifting for your competitors. You're driving people straight to the person with the best offer in your town. Are you the person with the best offer in your town? I don't know. You got to answer that for yourself. But I'd be willing to bet, as soon as I work with a lot of practices that don't have these, that you don't have this. And so you're helping your competitors who do. Okay, so one book I highly encourage everyone to go buy is The Irresistible Offer by Mark Joyner. It's kind of got me started on offer creation. It is an incredible book. Go check it out. But so I've taken elements of this book and combined them with some of the lessons I've learned over the years of what creates a really good offer. And so I've narrowed it down to 5 different things. The first is the high ROI offer. This is your main dish, the main thing that you make money on. That if your business didn't have this, you wouldn't have a business. So maybe it's your plan of care. Maybe it's an online program. Maybe it's a maintenance program or continuity program, or maybe it's a book. This is the core heart of your business, the higher ROI offer. Then there's the touchstone, which is basically an elevator pitch that explains the transformation people get, how much it costs, why they should believe you, and what does it take, and how, what do they have to do, basically. Then 3 is believability. Our offers can't be too good to be true. They have to have a narrative and some story and some reason for people to believe that they're not going to get burned, and you're not just going to be one of those other businesses just leave them hanging. Okay, then there's bonuses, and then there's limiters, I like to call them amplifiers or offer intensifiers. Let's go into each of those. So the high ROI offer, whatever your core thing is, a plan of care, whatever, it shouldn't just satisfy people. It should absolutely, utterly delight your prospects. Like, oh my gosh, what a crazy offer that you're presenting to me. Like, I can't say no to that. Okay, so the thing that you use to get people into your business, it better set one hell of an impression. Your offer needs to make people so happy, so blown away that before you even pitch them what the next thing is, they're already thinking about what it is so they can buy it. Okay, so we got to find out how to dress up our core thing and make sure that it absolutely astounds people. Okay, then the touchstone. It's made up of 4 parts, like I was saying. What are you selling? What does it cost? And what's in it for the prospect? And why should they trust you? So this is basically a short, concise elevator pitch on here is all the information that you need. And this allows us to, when we pitch our offers, the secret to being able to sell and having confidence and all that good stuff is having a framework that you can trust and follow and lean on when you're not really sure what to do. Just getting in such a rhythm that you can kind of turn off and say so much confidence and that you can get them this transformation. And that's what this framework allows you to do. That's what the touchstone does. It gives you a framework so you can present your offers confidently and with conviction. Because if you don't have conviction when you sell, any person, any lead, any prospect can sniff that out. If you don't totally believe in your offer, like no one's going to buy it. If you don't believe in your thing, like they're not going to. So having a framework and a structure gives you the confidence in your voice and allows you to say things with conviction so people actually want to buy your stuff. Okay, then there's believability. Your offer, like I said, it can't be too good to be true. So you have to overcome their skepticism both emotionally and logically, because that's how humans buy. We buy things emotionally and then we rationalize them with logic. So we make sure I said that right. We buy things based on emotion and then we justify them with logic. So when we present our offers, we have to make sure that we're overcoming both of these things. So we can do this with overcome emotionally by sharing stories of someone in their same boat that had the transformation that you're delivering to them. That gives them the emotional attachment and belief that they can do it too. You can do this with testimonials from clients. You can do this with any sort of social, what's the word I'm looking for? Social proof. You can do this with any sort of social proof, whether it's pictures with people that have had the transformations at the end of your program, whether it's an actual written testimonial from Google, whether it's a video testimonial, whatever it is, any sort of social proof helps a ton with believability. You can offer guarantees, risk reversals, where if you don't feel like your healthiest and happiest self in the next 30 days, we'll not just give you your money back, we'll also give you 50% on top of that for wasting your time. These things, it's like, okay, well, I have nothing to lose now, so that helps people believe your offers. Any endorsements that you have from other famous people that they might have heard of, or big schools that you attended, or really awesome credentials that you have. These are things that can help people believe that your offer is legit and that they can actually get the transformation that you're promising. Then there's bonuses. And this is really when the irresistible offer starts to unfold and reveal itself. And I have some guidelines with bonuses because a lot of people overdo them. And when you have too many bonuses, it kind of dilutes the value of the offer. Instead of having like 5, 6 bonuses, have 2 or 3 really good ones, because they're just fluffy crap. Like, no one cares. Like, you can only hold someone's attention for so long. So keep it to 1 to 3 really high quality bonuses, and keep them very closely related to what the core offer actually is. You don't want your bonuses to cannibalize the actual offer, because once I buy that offer, I already solved my problem. So your bonuses can't scratch the same itch as your main thing. You got to think of, okay, like what do they need? What could help them get a result even better or faster than this core thing? So all your bonuses need to be things that your audience would pay for in addition to your main thing by itself. Like, they would pay for each one of your bonuses, but because they're buying your main thing right now, they get these bonuses for free. See what I'm saying? Like, your bonuses can't just be fluffy garbage. They got to be things that you and your prospects would be willing to pay for by themselves, but they get it for free if they buy this offer right now within the time frame that you set for them. Okay, so offers or bonuses need to be closely related. They can't scratch the same itch, but they can help make that itch relief faster or longer lasting. If that makes sense. Okay. So how to create some bonuses. This is actually a ton of fun, and a lot of PTs have a really hard time creating these offers because they can't get out of their mind of like, well, I do physical therapy. What else can I offer somebody? But there's so much. You are so freaking smart at so many things, and you can provide so much value besides getting your hands on them and doing what you do every single day. There's so many other ways you can provide a ton of value. So what you need to do is think about, what is the exact transformation that you want people to have? Do you want them to just be out of pain, or do you want them to feel happier and healthier than they have in years and have the lifestyle that they've been trying to attain for years? You want them to have a much better and more positive life. And you got to think, okay, step back from the physical therapy world and think, okay, what are things related to my core thing that I could offer people to help them get that transformation? Okay, so write down everything that you can think of. And one of my coaches, Steve Larson, he calls this going to the crazy zone. He basically like okay, what's the transformation I want to have people to have? Okay, I want them to not just be pain-free. I want them to be super healthy and active so that they can lead a happier, healthier life with their family members. I want them to feel better than they have in 10 years. And I want them to know that I did it. So when you have that in mind, you go to your whiteboard and you create 4 different columns. One for physical products, one for video-based products, one for audio-based products, and one for other. There's always another category. And now you go to them. Just think of every single thing that you can possibly think of and write it down in those categories. Okay. Then maybe it's I'm going to invite my prospects over to my house, and my wife's going to cook them dinner, and we're going to hang out, put cards, like everything. Put everything on there, no matter how crazy it is. Right. Every single thing that you could possibly give them. Maybe it's a collection of your favorite podcasts around men's health, and you just aggregate all those things and put it in a spreadsheet, and you give them as a gift. And save them the trouble of doing all that research all on their own. Here's all the best of the best stuff for you right here. That's a really good bundle. That's a really cool thing to add on to an offer that doesn't require you to actually make anything. You just find stuff and put it in a folder and give it away as a bonus. It's awesome. Or maybe you have a mini series or a 14-day pain relief challenge that you can bundle on top of the offer that you just created. So you got to start thinking outside the box and think, okay, what's anything that could help them get that same transformation? Because there's more than just physical therapy. There's way more than physical therapy that can help people feel happy and healthy. It's a lot of different stuff. So go to the crazy zone, write everything down, then come back to it, scratch out all the crazy stuff. I'm probably not going to have prospects come over to my house, my wife cooking dinner. Probably not going to happen. So cross that out. But what you're left with is a list of all these incredible bonuses that you can mix and match and try to find, like, what's the offer that's going to get people the most excited? What's the core thing? And sometimes you got to make 3 to 6 different offers before you find the one that really lands with people. But that's okay. That's the name of the game. Keep trying new offers. Keep mix and matching different things and bundling them together and seeing which one of these is maximizing the lifetime value of my clients and making them have the best transformation and ultimately making me a happier and more fulfilled business owner. Okay. Then there's offer intensifiers, and this is so important. If you just do this small thing, when you start making offers, it's going to completely change your life and you're going to get way more sales. So there's 2 core intensifiers. It's basically time and quantity, but I kind of broke it down in a few other intensifiers that you can use as well. But if you can limit the amount of time that people have and give them a reason to act now, it creates that FOMO effect, and it makes them act a heck of a lot faster. And you know that you can't treat 1,000 people. So put a quantity. Say that if you can only treat 20 people, say that, because everyone wants to be within that group. It makes it more exclusive, makes them have to act now, because once the 20 are gone, the 20 are gone. Okay, so add urgency and scarcity into all of your offers. Always. They're always there in reality. You just got to start using them for your offers because it gets people to act now. Okay, we're crazy animals, and for some reason, when we're given a certain set of parameters to get something done, when you put us in a little box, like, things get done a lot faster. And if you take away the freedom from some people to be like, well, I'm going to sleep on it and think for a few days, you get a lot more people that are willing to act right now. And then there's anticipation. If you have a really big, you usually don't need to build up anticipation unless it's like a high value offer. But if you can get people excited about the offer before it becomes live, then when you finally launch it, you're going to have a group of people that have just been like dying to get this thing, and they're going to buy right away, and they're going to be really excited about it. Everyone loves being excited about stuff, and the hype getting to build up. Maybe like for Christmas, days leading up to Christmas are really exciting because we're anticipating, and then it's like we're finally getting unwrapped presents. And that anticipation is a really, really powerful tool. If you can figure out how to get people excited and talk about your offer enough before it's actually available. Kind of like what I'm doing with the Physio Conversion Academy. How many times have I mentioned that? I just start building pressure around a future thing I'm going to release. Yes, all the time, always. Or if you can create an identity shift within people, like men approaching retirement who aren't able to play golf anymore, even though their whole lives have considered themselves golfers. If you can hit on those like identity crisis type activities that are going on in our head, you're going to do so much better. If you can help them realize that, wow, if I don't fix my shoulders or fix my hip, I'm not going to be a golfer anymore. I'm just a vegetating, aging man that's not doing anything. Like, give them that identity shift. Make them have an identity crisis, or make them feel like they belong to something. Maybe you have a tribe of CrossFitters and you have a private Facebook group. You have a really cool name, and you make people want to be a part of that community. Having that identity shift is something that humans need. We need to have like an identity to like hold on to, have some sort of tribe. That's just how our minds work. And lastly, there's risk reversal. You can do this through guarantees, primarily the main one. I love the what's it called? Loss win guarantee. Basically, it means if you don't get this outcome, I'm not just going to give you 100% of your money back. I'm going to give you 150% of your money back, just for wasting your time. That's one of my favorite guarantees, and it works every single time. And no one ever returns your money. We as humans are decent people, and we don't want to leave people hanging like that. So as long as you're a good person, like, people aren't going, most people will not take that guarantee, even if they do not have the transformation you want them to have. So let's wrap it all together, okay? So we kind of talked about each piece of the irresistible offer in a different order, but when we present it in our sales copy, on our landing pages, how we pitch it to people, there's a different order that you need to do it in. It needs to be the touchstone, then the bonuses, then the intensifiers, then the believability, then high ROI, then the actual thing you're trying to sell. Okay, so so if you guys go to this link, bit.ly/MCCA-offers with the capital O, it is case sensitive, that is important. If you go to this, I have a Google Doc that you can copy and kind of modify. I'm actually going to go here, and I'm going to read you a made up offer that I created for women's health. Okay, and just give you an idea of like, here's how you write sales copy on a landing page or on a Facebook post, or how I'm going to read this to you isn't how you would have it in a conversational manner, but you need to remember like the frameworks, the steps of how to present an offer to somebody, because our minds are wired to like think in a very specific order when it comes to purchasing. And this framework that I just showed you on the previous slide, this is how people think. So when you're presenting their offers, you need to do it in this order. So I'm going to read from you what I would put on a sales page. Like I said, when I talk about it, I wouldn't read it word for word, but I'd talk about it through this framework I'm laying out for you. So let me skip on over to open up on Google Drive. Let's do bit.ly/MCCA/offer. Is it offers or offer? Maybe it was offers. There we go. So here's my example. I'll read it for you. So get your custom Healthy Mama screen. The custom Healthy Mama screen reveals how you can reverse years of aging and return your favorite activity without worrying about leaks, aches, or pains. Let us provide you with a custom blueprint on how you can turn back time on your body, return your favorite activities, and feel more confident in just 30 days. Follow our step-by-step recommendations, and if you don't feel healthier and more confident in your skin in 30 days, we'll offer you a 150% money-back guarantee. Today, just invest just $47 and let us show you how to reverse the effects of aging and take your health to a whole new level. The first 20 people who book within 10 minutes of seeing this page will also get the Healthy Mama Nutrition Guide, the Confident Body Grocery List and Recipe Book, the Busy Mom video series on how to work health and wellness back into your busy routine, as well as the access to the Healthy Mamas of Milwaukee Facebook group. These are all things that I just made up on the spot. I knew like, if I want a healthy mom, that's a transformation, just this glowing, beautiful, healthy mom. These are all things I just thought of, that these are high value things that can also get them the transformation they're looking for, while making me look like an expert and while stacking value on top of what they probably could get somewhere else. So now it's a super tailored, unique thing that they can't go and get anywhere else. And you look like a freaking genius because you have all this awesome stuff that you're offering them. And of course they're going to take it and give you the opportunity to sell the next thing that you really make the money on. So these offers, this irresistible offer, is just to get them in the door. It's $47. It's an easy yes to get them into the doors of your practice. And then once you have them in there, you provide the hell out of this $47 offer so that when you present the next one, they're already sold, already blown away and excited to buy the next thing from you because you just wowed them with how good your front end offer is. So once you stack that on, the last part I had is we only work with active working mothers. We know once we show you exactly how to manage your aches and pains and return your favorite activities, we're confident that you're going to consider us for all your future health and pain relief needs. So that's just something I threw together. So I put this on a landing page. Again, if you just talk like this word for word to someone, you'd sound like a robot, but follow the sequence. Follow the sequence. You'll drastically boost your sales. So guys, if you're having a hard time with sales, if your ads aren't converting, it's because your offer isn't strong enough. It's not unique enough. It doesn't have the intensifiers necessary to get them to act right now. So go rework your offer. Think about the transformation you want your patients to have. What's the tribe that you want to create? And think of what are some things that I can put together that's going to intensify and grow my, make my offer strong and make it easy to say yes. The problem with all of our offers is, the truth is, it's just too easy to say no to them. Would you buy your offer? Is it an easy yes for people to say yes to themselves and accept? We have to make it as easy as possible for people to say yes. And the fact is, we just make it way too easy to say no, because most of our offers are bland. They can get them somewhere else, and it doesn't expressly portray the transformation that we want people to have. So I hope this training was valuable. Let me know what was invaluable to you, and let me know, where do you still have questions? What was the hardest part to understand or implement for you with this training? So love you guys. Hope you liked it. If you have any questions, throw them in the comments, and I'll circle back to them and make sure I answer them. Later.